doing again? We're back with another episode of Factorio Megabase. We've just built this new iron facility in the northeast to replace our old iron facility kind of in the middle of our base. Got no more ore trains coming to here anymore. They've all been routed up here. We're going to work this episode on making this place a little bit more functional. Signals, this track out here hasn't been tweaked to be a main track. All the signaling required for that. We also forgot a stack of furnaces, so we're back with that. And right now, currently, we have no pickup trains coming here. We have like 2 million iron plate in our main facility that I want to use up first. So literally these guys are just going to work away these current trains and see no immediate need to do anything about our routing, signaling, anything. Sending trains here. So the way this is currently set up is a duplicate of our northwest build, where it's all these iron ore unloads. They're just first come, first serve. If train comes in and comes to the first one available. And likewise, the loading stations, they enable themselves when they have enough supplies. They're not actually talking to anything. They have enough supplies to fill a train. M is 17K, and as soon as the station has enough, it enables itself. When a train pulls in, it disables itself with T, and that's it. So it's enabled if it has enough. So currently all of them are enabled because we're not unloading anything. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is we actually need to put track in for our, how much wood's there? Can I just pick that all up? No, for now we'll just leave that. That was a car I had to put down when I built this stacker. I just didn't have enough room in me to do that. So I guess, I think ideally you'd have all the trains come in this way and split one way and split the other, but guess I'm gonna have this guy come. Perfectly would be like straight in, but we'll do up that way. And I think let's just do a ghost track. At least I thought I did a ghost track. I really don't want it. Something like this, I suppose, works, but I want it very close to the intersection. I'll get his signals better in a minute. But planning on connecting these double lanes here at some point. We might even do it here in this episode. So as we expand this way, and probably eventually bring this down this way, trains in this area that currently have nothing, obviously, could eventually flow in from the right. So currently that's not likely to happen, but we'll leave that a chain signal for now. Don't want trains to come in and block that, but right now it's mostly iron ore trains. Could have built this a little straighter. So you put a chain signal just before the stacker. That way, if all the lanes fill, the train will stop right here at the chain signal. And then the first lane that opens, it will go into. If it's a rail signal, it will go right in and park behind another train. And if that train doesn't move until, like, say, all the other lanes empty, then literally you'll have a train blocking the entrance because it'll stay parked behind that one train until it moves. So the chain signal is the better way to do that. So currently we're not counting the trains in the stacker. It's okay. How's this? The chain signal? Good. All right. I did it right. We can kind of look how much we have on hand. So we're not quite up to 100,000 average. We can grab this. I think I can grab that. Nope. No. Yeah, we can. Let's go up there and grab it with our bots. We kind of walk along our exit track. I don't think it's a big deal. I don't know why I got all these chain signals in there. I don't think having them in the middle really helps all that. Even this one's not needed. It's really needed after the split. And then this isn't ever likely to be used. Where's my dummy? Air load. Okay, that's fine. It's all set up. Yeah, we're gonna use maybe another one in the middle there. So here's our problem is we have not enough signals on the exit. That trains are waiting too long of a time. So like this guy's got to wait until like there's this huge length of distance between. Oh, this is my this isn't really that important. This is my personal train and field train, so these ones aren't that important. Well, let's improve the signaling here. Now, the more signals you have just means the trains can move sooner. It doesn't affect their, it affects their speed if they don't have to, if they see that they can continue moving, they're like, woohoo, let's do it. So the next train out can do it, and we can kind of do the same thing on the north side. This is going to be, I think it's going to be fairly busy at some point. Do that there. Kind of maybe it's a little closer. So as the trains accelerate, you don't need them as close. It's just kind of as they pull up and away, gets the trains behind them moving a little sooner. And probably need to do some signaling here, or maybe even add a waypoint. You know, and trains have to come to a stop, then, you know, say like for this chain signal, to have the extra signals, or as they accelerate from the top side. And we're gonna have to cut some trees. I'm not gonna try to navigate that. It's a nice busy intersection where we're gonna cut all those trees. I don't know how many times I'm gonna walk it, but once is enough to get run over. Now, technically, these trains are entering kind of only at the moment. So don't really need them on the exit so much. But since we're doing it anyways, let's continue to do that. Bots are taking all my energy, but I still have like 6 legging things, exoskeletons. So stick a car on and grab the wood. Kind of cheat a little bit. Stick that there. And just request wood. And the bots will take them from me for my trash slot. Request stone. Okay, so let me figure this is gonna stackers. I mean, we had all these trains feeding 8 stations, so we currently only have half. So most of them are gonna kind of sit here. I think at most I'm gonna build this out as 6. I don't think I'd do 8. Could, but I find 8 to be inefficient. 6 is really the max I would do. 2 by 3. But our traffic down here has got to be so much nicer. This just used to be so busy. Look how smooth that's going. Other than these are mostly probably iron trains. No. It's actually a full steel train. This guy's routing finally the right direction. That's a steel train. Coming for iron ore, I think. Yep. Is it starting to go down yet? Yep, 230,000 average. It's going to take a while. It's going to take at least a couple hours, I would guess, playtime. So we can either build out this outpost some more, let these guys stack up. How many trains do we? I think we counted it once at like 40 or close to 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39. Yeah, 41 trains. How big is this stacker? We got 4 out. 4. Actually, it's easy. Just count the red lights, or the lights. It is 17. It's not nearly enough. Not nearly enough stacker space. 17 plus a couple there, 19 plus 4, 23. We need a way bigger stacker. Way bigger stacker. Or these are just going to stack way back this way, and it's just going to, I mean, if it's snarled back this way, there would be no exit for this, and it would just be difficult. So we need to add some more space onto that stacker. So eventually these stations are going to fill up. Problem with our current stacker config is I didn't really think about, you know, like if we added this, I'm gonna have to move this whole thing backwards or something, which could be done. You know, you just disable the entrance part of it. Is this the one we want? I think so. That's 5. Actually, kind of needed a overlap. So that's addition of 14 lanes, or really 5 and 8, 13. So that's 30. We need more than that. We have to redo that lane. All right, we have 41. Whoops. 41 minus 6, really. 35. That's really how many lanes we need. So we really need at least 4 more. You should be using our build suit. Pull out some more wood. I'm out of track. Alright, we're not going to be able to do this all right now. least pull up all that wood. Yes. Right. We'll take a free ride. So by these signals, as that guy moves up, this guy's moving forward sooner. Yay, we get to go to the far left station. Boy, this is super sweet. These guys can take all my wood. Bots are so nice to me. Of course, sometimes I complain about them taking the wood. Well, I could have brought more. You guys stuck. Wonder why you can't go there. See, this guy came in when he shouldn't have. See, now he's stuck behind here. It's because this signal's blinking, so they just ignored it. And so he came in because of that signal. And now, because this train hasn't moved, he can't pull up. And he's blocking this whole stacker. Yes, sir. Yep. 3.3. Thanks for the follow. This is the base. And we're in the process of not necessarily disabling this. In fact, I'll probably disable copper and move it into this. But we just took all the ore trains and sent them to a new build up here, which I probably is going to turn into a 2x3. I don't think the 2x4 can supply necessarily everything we need. But it's going to take a while to empty this of plate. It's got like 2 million iron plate in it. But it sure did quiet my track in here. Oh my goodness. This was so busy. So busy. Those side ones right there. They're not, I call them waypoints. You can't So a normal train that's just going by can go by, but you can actually set, you know, a train to go there. And then I have them like in reference to my center of the base named. Since the game doesn't, I mean, for a huge train type game, it's kind of weird that it doesn't have waypoints. So that's my waypoint system. And the reason you don't put them on the main track is trains will avoid stations that are on the main if on a track they're trying to go by. But since these are off to the side, they don't care. So I was just wanting some track. I'm not going to build out that. I kind of could. Station. And 2 more. Maybe I should. It's hard to say. Whether 4 can supply the trains. I mean, as buildings grow. Hey, Dak Attack, welcome back. Thanks for the follow, or the host. Appreciate it. Dak. Just sort of not using this build anymore. Those stackers. Trains come in. This will actually be down here. I'm building this out right now. Didn't have enough. See, they're all backing up here, and they really should be backing up on this thing. But I ran out of track. And I'd like to build that. Grab some stone track. That's probably way too much. So let's go to iron unload at NorthEast. It's so natural for me to put that though. Weird routing sometimes. Well, down to about 180,000. Quickly gobbling up their resources. Thanks, ID. It doesn't go back to the beginning of the base, unfortunately. I didn't start streaming until roughly a month and a half ago, and this base was obviously not as big as it is now, but it was roughly at least this size-ish. In the last couple weeks, was really pushing towards increasing science. And so that required a lot of upgrades. The first big push was actually making all the science stations. And that was a big push, you know, like creating builds just for gears. This is an entire build just for gears. An entire build just for pipes. Because engines required both gears and pipes. So it's like you need a build for electric engines, for other parts of science, and so it's quite the scale up to do that. And then of course to supply all that, and to supply circuits, and green circuits, red circuits, blue circuits, all the plastic needed for red circuits. Actually, I have two builds. This was my second. This is a sort of a simplistic version, which is actually more efficient to have a simplistic version. The original one of that was here, but I had a whole refinery doing everything for it. You know, it's harder to keep it supplied that way, instead of just bringing in the petroleum trains as needed. Well, I mean, you can figure it out based on what you're building. Like, you know, green circuits, it's 1.5 copper to 1 iron. But generally, I just, you know, I build it and then I kind of think, okay, well, I should have at least 1.5 copper trains, 2 iron trains for this whole thing. But based on where the copper trains are coming from and where the iron trains are coming from, you might have to tweak that. Like if they have further to travel, say for iron, you might add more iron trains, which I kind of had to do yesterday because I'd shifted the iron trains coming from here to my new build up here. Because the goal is, or goal, I don't know, it's my goal, is iron ore should not have to travel to the center of your base to be processed. Should only come to a refinery and then, or smelting, and then smelted into the plate that's then used elsewhere. So this is my goal, right? Oops, stop. Stop. This is not good. I'm not going to be able to do anything about you. Why are you coming behind me, dude? Schmuck. Hopefully I can get him to back up. No. Shoot, another train's coming in. Well. Get this guy ahead. Should slow that down. We can get this guy to back up on here. That other train should come in. Why aren't you coming in, dude? Did I? Oh, I turned him into it. Manual. Great. Trains are helpful. Switch. I can't switch while I'm in a train. Get up. bots. You can do it. We only have some track yet to put down. So we need to put a chain signal there. Let's just take you straight north. Battery bar? Because I don't have batteries in it. That's probably why you don't see one. I'd like to know why you haven't entered. Yeah, I know why. Yeah, we can switch armors now. I'll just pop you for the moment. These guys can flow in. You can flow in. But this guy, oh, you know what? We can fix that right now. Change that to a chain. It really doesn't matter. He's the only train waiting, but. See, this is the problem. If you don't have a chain signal, this will literally sit at the end of this guy. And if this guy doesn't move, well, trains just get backed up. See, this guy moved instead of this guy. And it's like super obnoxious. We can move you manually. there's signals over here. And we can reconnect this. It's a lot of trains, huh? Oops, my train's back here, though. Here. We can cheat. We can go where no other train can go. Alright. So, how's this doing over here? Down to 130,000 average. We got to kind of keep track of it, as once this gets under about 100,000, I need to start sending some trains up here. These guys are still working hard. And we're up to 300,000 average. I don't know what the max is, but I do want to start working on, let's sort of automatically head out of here. It should stop. I'm going to come to the station northeast, 1-2 east. Actually, I changed my mind. One or the other. Let's do northeast, 1-3 east. Northeast, 1-3 east. I want to add this track right here. And that will help some of the traffic, at least iron trains heading in here. Thing is, we're going to need to change this guy's exit so he can head out this way. suppose technically he ought to be able to come in. Okay. Oops. A little too far. You go in there a little bit. Right across a piece of radar. So what we need to do is come across from here and here. I'm going to put a T intersection in it for now. At some point, well, we could make it a roundabout. Probably have to pull that wire out. Oops, wrong track. Book. Yeah. Just don't get out of your train when you're on a bridge. It's not good for you. Probably ought to put a waypoint in here. Is this? Yeah, so this is Northeast 2, right? Oh, shoot, I can't put a station in. Come on. Alright, this one can go in. Alright, so this will be Northeast 2 West. Sorry. Northeast 2, 3 West. Yes. Alright. I won't do signals there yet. Yeah, we can. Why not? Need at least one more. So a bridge track. I don't know if that's a bridge piece there. We're back to, well, that was a bridge piece. And we're probably going to want to mine that for the moment. This. Don't need them there. Can I pull that up? There you go. Let's see, wires. That goes to there. Is there any radar on that? No. That's what that was. Okay, well, you don't really need any of that wire then. Okay. Do need that. Alright, that should. Kind of nice to get a radar back here, as long as I don't get run over. I'm not going to have too many trains routing this way yet, anyways. Good. A few biters running around over there. Play some skeet shooting. Bam, bam, bam. 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 Alright, you guys just gonna wander all over the place. I'm gonna pepper this place. Pew. Where's the bullets? Come on, back. Where's all my bullets? Why don't I see any artillery coming in? Seriously, why aren't you guys shooting? artillery somehow get disabled? I got bullets. Well, oh, here they come. Jeez. From like way down here. Good thing I peppered this island. Blam. You may run, but you cannot hide. He's dead. Poor guys. It was so mean. Is there no track here? Whoa, 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 whoa. I think I almost went that way. I didn't want him to go that way. Really? I just want to back up. Let's get the front one. And hopefully not die. Why is that one yellow? That one's freaking me out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he's leaving. No, stop. Come to a stop. Come to a stop. We'll do that. We'll get on the right side of the track. Yeah, I like to see a train going that way. Oops. This radar needs to be a little farther south. And we can pull up some of these power poles that aren't needed no more. Yep, I knew it. Hey, butts. Yeah, we can head back to base. Where are you going from? Hmm? You know, we're 63. I like your routing though. Going to here, huh? So you came out and around? Interesting. this is down to 64,000. So we need to take some of the loading trains. This one. And we should really have done this the can still. Manual. Oh no, this could hurt. Still do it. We have the technology. Can I cross without dying? Is this the iron load station? Yeah. We will change this one to be an exclamation point first. And I'll make changing these other guys so much easier. Iron load. Like you. And we get iron load northeast inventory full. And I'll let you bam. Whoa. Yeah. Oh, that's gears. I want the do steel ones first. You. Northeast inventory full. Delete. This one. Oh, that's a gears one. Well, I suppose we can reassign you. Iron load northeast. No, you're not headed there. You're a little close. You're about to go in the stacker. I'm not going to change you. Your next stop. Can't be iron load northeast. Your next stop. Load northeast. Your next stop. Changed. You're about to go in the stacker. You're at steel. That's roughly half of the steel trains. Don't have a whole lot left. I'm going to take all the steel trains out. Can't do that one yet. all the steel trains. Right. And we can change this one, this one, to be named like all the others. And now they all go to the others. So now they're going to start coming in. Hey, Proxy Hero, thanks for the follow. So how many trains we got coming here? It's like 13, right? Yeah, 13. Question is, can 4 stations keep up with 13 trains? Now this hard left that these steel trains are going to have to make are a little cumbersome. Kind of honestly is like I like some sort of diagonal or something from here to there. I have a lot of track on me. Could attempt something like that. I'd rather drive a train to do that. But what would that look like? Roughly, almost perfect. I think I don't know, would I rather do it off of this or before the station, before the circle? Or maybe even preferably straight in, off the circle. If I did, something like that, could that be successful? Or would it be weird to always have a, or I do it off this piece, but then not everybody could use it. Let's head to Northeast 1, 1 East. East 1. And kind of start doing that and see how that looks. So I can place ghost track there. Whoops. It's not gonna, nothing's gonna cry if I do that. Then I take my angled track. Oops. And roughly down where ghost track. Do that. The only thing is, trains coming from this direction can't use it, but if they could, why should they? Alright, so let's, oops. What was this? This was here. Literally, that could be, yeah, that could be right here. I've never done a waypoint off of angle. Could it be done? Yeah. No, it can't, because you can't put a station on a angle. Yeah, right. Well, you could. Oops. Oops. You just have to do it on a level. Like, you know, do something like this. Maybe make it a little wider and then put this like something like here or like there. I don't know. I don't need to do it. But it's a thought. I was just thinking I'd have my train go around to it. The question is, can I do this without dying? Don't want you making right. I want you to keep going left. And right. Very good. And we'll put a panel signal there and a chain there. And my angled track doesn't have really that good of signals built into it. Or power poles. And start trailing the car for wood. Unfortunately, it kind of looks like we're headed straight for that iron patch. Oh, looks like we might just skirt it. Just barely. Come on, bots. Let's switch to the build armor if you guys are going to be so slow. travel never hurt anybody, as we have the track for it. We did use quite a bit, and I don't think if I kept going this way, we're gonna be up there, and we do need to make a little curve to the right. So for now, we're gonna border angle and change direction. I'm going to get out, do a little foot travel. I want to get this exactly, and so to do that, it's going to require B in there at that intersection to do it. And it's armor, you know, we were just doing a ton of building with bots, so its legs aren't fully charged. A whole lot of miners to pick up, apparently. So we'll do some of that. So we're going to stop you. Yeah, we're going to stop you. Bing. Probably stop you. Then we want one of my funky intersections. Not you. Kind of like we want a four-way. I'm not even sure I have a four-way. I might have to do another circle. So pull that all up. Put that down. Have to do kind of like we did here. But we're gonna does this work? Take out the power poles. Let's leave that in there. I think this is a complete duplicate. Like if I rotate this in any direction, does it complain? No, the signals are in the wrong place. So let's remove those. Except for that one. So literally ought to be able to do now. Let's add that to my book. What should that look like? Roundabout's probably like a O. So what would we call that? Like an O spur of some kind? I don't know how to label it. O. circle. Then an A for an angled spur, I guess. Angle. Roundabout. Angled spur. Alright, let's take the right-hand track. And add that blueprint. Here. Let's set it. Here he is. Okay. Then delete that. And delivery. And then we will pull that blueprint we just made and stick it in our current book, which is not our full book because I've deleted like all my red tracks out of it. And then we delete that one. Just do for now. Until we remove all that track, just make the signal simple. Oops. And we can fix all this up here. Yeah, we can get that in a minute. Let's just build you. How far down do we need to go? We'll check you out. Nice. Wasn't expecting trains to come from the Northeast so soon. And we're going to change you to a rail signal. You don't need to be a chain signal. Sweet. Do need a radar in here somewhere. And a little further to the east. I don't really have a choice but to go right. a stop. Are you coming to a stop? Good. Good boy. Good boy. Alright. Right there. Good. Then we ought to have our steel trains coming this way. I think that's a steel train. And it's an iron ore train. I'm hoping my steel trains start coming this way instead of... Yeah, that's probably a steel train. Yes, sweet. Hopefully these... Those are iron trains heading to here. Except for one steel train, which probably didn't know it could go that way until just a little bit ago. So this is backing up a little bit. Where are you headed? Steel. Just kind of wondering why it came from this direction. Interesting how, because that's supposed to be a chain signal. That's why he's kind of blocking, but where is my train anyways? Way over here. Yeah, I won't send it back. But I think this is going to help my steel trains, at least if they can get through this. Jeez. Really? Oh, well, that's a problem. Why are you wanting to do that? You little rascal. Okay. That not being a chain signal's messing things up. Alright, we need to head up, back up there once again. My yes, I'm loaded full of stuff. Let's bots can clear the rest. Maybe. And with new builds, and back and forth from the main base. Also want a straight track now, angled this way. Oh, it fixed itself. I guess he eventually decided to go another direction. But we still need to head up there. If I pick iron ore 39 east, the destination would be a little better. Get us there. So I like to see the stacker full of iron plate trains. Let's see how supply is doing here. Almost 400K. would say that's doing rather well. You know, the steel trains are empty, but this was backed up for a moment, so. So you guys might be wondering what all these, I've just moved all those trains from this iron plate facility that I'm discontinuing. So it was, you know, a lot more Outpost in it than this current one. We might someday build this to a 2x3. In the meantime, though, I might shift. Some of them are coming all the way from this west side, since this was in the middle. You know, all the. Let's just pull out the station thing so keep it zoomed in. There are some of those in here. We just this last week put in a iron plate in the northwest. So some of the trains that are actually coming from the northwest that were coming to here are actually coming over here. We can't send them to here now. This has certainly got enough. So that's certainly an option. I think currently this is still keeping up with demand. The only thing we changed, it's got 138,000. The only thing we changed is with this build is we had one artillery train on the west side here, right in this area somewhere here. And we changed to going to the northwest station. Everything else coming to here was steel and our gears and pipe facility. I think that was it. Yeah. Oh, and electric miners, which is right here. You know, once this empties out, really, which is almost empty, we're gonna have to send these guys elsewhere. Literally almost empty. Yeah, south facility could take them. It's just it's not doing well enough to handle that. We literally need to kind of dismantle him too and create a couple smaller ones closer. I mean, because all the ore in this area has all been mined. All this has been mined. So really you should move those out. Which is kind of a shame. I think a week or so ago I expanded this. Rebuilt it, expanded it, but a 2x4 is just not as efficient as a 2x2 or a 2x3. It's just harder to get, you know, trains in quickly in a bigger build. We literally have a whole freaking ton of trains that now are kind of idle. That were busy in this thing. And that's just simply because they were sitting here on this track for so long, not moving. This is so cleared out now, it's amazing. So I can either, probably wouldn't be hard to send this electric miner train and these gear pipe train up here. It's a little definitely further for them to go, but not by a whole lot. Once this technically really empties up. And we can watch it like station 5. I guess it's still making some. Thought I just saw its numbers go up. Now it's just changing in its order. Yeah, like one plate just got delivered. There's a few being smelted yet on the edges. But most of these should be pretty much done, cleared out. Yeah, just the ones on the edges are still doing a little processing. I mean, this only ever made 31,000 compared to the ones in the middle made 300,000. So almost done there. Whoops, my guy's kind of continue a little further. And we change that to a chain signal. Should fix all our problems with that intersection. Oops, in there as well. Keep trains from entering unless they can go to their through to their destination. So yeah, it's kind of surprising that this 2x2 is completely able to handle all our steel needs. Where are you going? Oh, iron. It's an iron train. Right? Oh, I bet you're coming here. Yeah, no. I don't know where you're going. Oh, you unloaded here and then heading out to get some iron to come back in there. All right. Because I changed the bottom 4 steel builds are iron ore in and then steel out. So it does some of the iron plate for this facility. Alright. I mean, I kind of hate seeing all these trains idle, but it is what it is. So you're still processing. Are you doing any processing? No processing being done. So this station, we can turn off enable disable. So station 2 now is enabled. Just to pick up the last bits. Station 6. Well, I use nuclear and solar. I am using a mod. It's called the Advanced Solar mod. I added it late. I was going to try to do all solar, but it's literally all this is regular solar panels. It's 1.2 gigawatts. It's ridiculous how much space it requires. So I looked for a mod. There's a mod called Advanced Solar. And it has just basically upgrades to the solar panels and accumulators that are 5 times more efficient, the first upgrade. And then there's a second upgrade that's 5 times more efficient than the first upgrade. So literally, the Elite solar panel is worth 25 regular solar panels from the vanilla. And that's pretty amazing. But they take a long time to build. I don't think the material cost really measures up for what you get. But I mean, even so, I've been working on upgrading my base for a long time, and I still haven't completely moved over to this new solar. But main reason I'm doing it is solar is so much better at UPS that I'd like to move completely over to these new solar panels. They're purple. I'm not quite sure what the mid-range color one is. I've never set them up because I was already at super megabase size. This is the vanilla and this is the elite. As you can see, one solar panel produces 1.5 megawatts, where the original only produces 60 kilowatt. So it's so much more efficient. I mean, like, not even 20 of these is, you know, like a full thing of steam power. I kind of figured if I replaced all these with a lead, that would be like 30 gigawatts. Yeah, just type, oh, here, I'll do it. There. You can go to all my mods. So this guy's picked up. We'll send him on his way. And then we can, I suppose, just re-enable that. It'll never activate. Whoops. Keep doing that. So one finished. I still see a bot moving, so no. It's 3 finished. Processing. Looks like it. So we'll turn off his enable disable. What about 4? Yeah, he's still processing it quite a bit. 8. He's done. Turn off his enable disable. 7. Seems like he's done. Just want these trains to come in and pick up the last load. Station 6 looks done. And Station 5 looks done. Station 1 done yet? Looks done. Alright, so just Station 2 is completely unloaded. 4 still processing. And then I'm probably going to switch this over to copper, but I'm not going to do it tonight. I think this is the final load for 5. Do I have anything like what proxy for my blueprints? Do I have a mod for blueprints? No, I'm not using a mod for blueprints. Alright, this station is done. Station 1. Yeah, if you're on my channel thing, you just scroll down. If you should be able to just scroll down. Just don't have it at full screen, and you should be able to scroll down. Pretty sure it's on my channel page on Twitch. All my or for all my blueprints, maybe, is that what you're asking me? I don't have all my blueprints available somewhere. About the best way right now would be to join up in a multiplayer game somewhere. Sure. I've thought about it. I'm not sure what would be the right way to do it. I've got a lot. I got just a freaking load of them. I mean, these are my books. Some I made, some I got from other people. I would say at least 80% I've made, except for like balancers. The different colors, belts. So not a lot of iron trains left to come in here, but I will eventually. Yeah, these outposts, I do have a book. Is this it? Yeah. So, like iron, copper, steel, green circuits. It's basically 2 input trains. Red is 3 input trains. Blue circuits is 2 input trains with fluid. But these aren't like, I haven't updated this in a while. And then this is just kind of like the red circuit, but with 1 input, 2 input, which is the green circuit basically. This was my gears build, pipe build, engines, electric engines. This is my petroleum refinery. I haven't copied my sulfuric acid one, which is way down here somewhere. This is my custom sulfuric acid build. Brings in crude oil and turns it in, or no, it brings in petroleum and turns it into sulfuric acid. And that's my petroleum build, which I was just showing you. Brings in crude oil and brings out petroleum. And it's duplicatable. That's the cool thing. I really like this whole thing as one build, and then you just slap down another one and you got another more petroleum. And actually I got, that's my southeast one, and I got a northwest one, which was my original of that design. And I just can add more, and all you have to do is add the water. It's pretty cool. I like it. And you can see how fast this train loads. Like, it's just so fast, and my UPS is really slow. Imagine that's 3 times the speed. At 60 UPS, it's just blazing fast. Solus. Thanks for the follow. All right. So our unload here's doing good. How's our quantity on hand? 125,000. New build here, 300,000. It has gone down. It was over 400, I think. That's what's going to determine whether we need to build 2 more outposts on this or not. So whether this can keep up. Well, we definitely have the iron ore to supply more. I think the iron plate trains love having their supply right there. They're not fighting traffic to get into this place. We do have a bunch of trains in here, yay. Okay, so you're done. And you can leave. And you're done. Oh shoot, well, maybe not yet. But we're gonna need to reroute these trains. And you're done. No, you're not done. You still have like, are you kidding me? Alright, well, we're gonna have to change this all by hand, so we're gonna call that done, even though he's got like 2 pieces of iron plate on him. Three. You've still got a few pieces left on you. We're still gonna call you done. I'm not gonna send a train in there for you. And then 4. This is the only one that's it's still processing. It's still got some on hand to at least handle 1 or 2 more trains. But I'm gonna, where do I want to send those trains? The Northeast has more quantity, but I think they really should be in the south. It's just, this isn't really handling what it's already got. We really need to build another facility in the, say, southeast or something. Crazy. It's like Ghost Track. Like there's nobody traveling it. It used to be so backed up. Yeah, now it's under 300,000. We're definitely going to need to expand that. It's actually going to be rather challenging, I think. I'm going to send some of these trains to the northeast. Let's. One's already on his way in. Literally, we only have, I think, room for 1 more train in this. Where are you? You're in the electric miner. You're in GP. And let's send you to northeast. How much do you have on hand? Not much. Certainly not enough to fill another train. You could go there, I suppose. And you're going to go to Northeast. Just to be consistent. I don't think the Northeast can handle the additions of these guys. I will have to build a new facility tomorrow. So we got one. It says we have one incoming, right? Okay, it's actually in the stacker now. So we'll move this guy. Okay. Oh. We need to enable you so the train can come to a not full station. I was actually rather surprised at how quickly this emptied. This had 2 million to start the night of iron plate. But I mean, you kind of consider how much I'm using. I'm using 350,000 per minute. I suppose it makes sense. Yeah, I'm only producing 285. I don't think that Northeast facility can quite handle my demand. Alright, you're gonna not use up all that. There you are. Well, there's still a couple pieces floating in, huh? Guess we'll let you work. God, it takes so long. Smelt, smelt, smelt when you're watching. This guy hardly got to make anything the entire time he was built. It's the ones closest to the loading. These guys would have made the most. Alright, we'll just ignore you for a while. You're in the electric miner train. Of course you are. Yeah, you know what? You can go. I'll just give you there, load Northeast. I'm still sitting here. Doop. You guys in there? No, 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 no. Stop. Manual. No. Alright, oops. This train could go in, but he couldn't actually get to me, and I can't leave with him sitting there. Let's have to do this. If he wants to use it too, that's fine. So we'll get the supplies to do that. I'm going to put a cut in the stream right here in this episode, and then I'll be back a few minutes after I stretch my legs to continue. Thanks for watching. I'm Dune, and I'll be right back.